It is my strong belief that every student has his or her potential. My mission as a teacher is to help my students discover their potential and to motivate them to take ownership of their learning. I teach courses on operations research and engineering mathematics. The material in these courses, while having much relevance to our daily lives, can be overwhelming. To keep my students engaged and to demystify the various mathematical constructions, I would take my students through the thinking process and show them how new concepts and solution strategies can be discovered by drawing on the knowledge they have already acquired. Then, I will let them experience the joy of discovery by asking them to apply the techniques they learned to tackle problem settings and practical scenarios that they have not seen before. Through this process, students are able to consolidate the knowledge they learned and explore extensions of those knowledge on their own. Besides sharpening my students' problem-solving skills, I also aim to convey to them the importance of technical communication. To do this, I introduce a writing module in my engineering mathematics course. When I first told the students in my class that they have to write a technical expository essay for the course, most of them reacted in disbelief. After all, mathematics and essay writing seem to belong to two different worlds. However, knowing that students' success in their future careers will very much depend on their ability to write, I would guide them through the process and give them flexibility to explore different ways to motivate and present the results related to the topic of the essay. Through this exercise, students are able to reflect on and take control of their own learning, to actively construct knowledge, and to practice some features of this course in the discipline.
I have taken a course by my professor about high-dimensional statistics and optimization. Professor So helps with us by sharing the well-organized materials, which is the best part I appreciate in his teaching. This course is technically heavy and involves mathematical deductions. Professor So exhibits the derivations step by step and shares the well-organized materials after class.
I've taken his course about optimization concepts and theorems. Professor So explains the ideas very clearly using concrete examples and visualizes the ideas very well using graphs. Although he has been teaching the course for more than 10 years, you can still see his joy when sharing the knowledge with us in the class. Besides, he is very kind and supportive. He always encourages us to ask questions as a part of the learning process. Sometimes we cannot express ourselves very well, but he can still get our point and answer us accordingly.
I think Professor So is a very perceptive and understanding mentor. So I had the pleasure of taking discrete maths with him, and he always engages the students very well in class, so it's less like a lecture and more like a forum. So case in point being myself, as an SEN student with ADHD and Asperger's, I sometimes have very eclectic and varied interests and find it hard to focus, whereas Professor So always anchors me with a clear sense of direction, which is very valuable. And so he learns this from actually proactively enrolling in these SEN workshops to learn how to nurture and interact with SEN students, and he really views these SEN symptoms not as disabilities but rather as different learning styles, which makes me very comfortable with approaching him about anything.
Another aspect that I emphasize in my teaching is interdisciplinarity. One direction that I have explored with my students is the humanities aspects of engineering. Indeed, while technology can do a lot of things, whether we should actually do some of those things may require, for example, ethical or socio-economic considerations. In a general education module I designed, I discuss the ethical dilemmas in artificial intelligence and highlight the need for both STEM and the humanities disciplines to come together in the development of future AI systems. Being a partner of my students in their learning journeys has been a highly rewarding experience. What they can achieve never fail to amaze me. It is my desire to continue to use my knowledge, actions, and beliefs to motivate my students to be active agents in learning and to develop a sense of purpose and responsibility.